Hello there, I'm Simon and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is one of my favorite series, namely Blackadder. I would explain what that is, but instead I'm just going to assume that you all know Blackadder. And if you don't, why not? Go watch it. Go on. I'll still be here when you get back. Right, so everyone knows what I'm on about, right? Okay, so you'll probably agree that Blackadder is bleeping awesome. I mean, the character of Blackie is just so sassy and so cynical. I mean, what's not to love?
Now, this is interesting.
What is?
Well, Private Baldrick is obviously a bit of an impressionist.
The only decent impression he can do is of a man with no talent. What's it called, Baldrick? The Vomiting Cavalier?
But also, a lot of the episodes are about actual big topics from history. For example, Blackie's constant thirst for power, the misbehavior, which, if we're honest, is a euphemism, and greed of the clergy, political marriages, superstition and the witch hunts that followed it, the explorations by Sir Walter Raleigh and men like him, executions being a form of entertainment, political machinations, etc. Related to that, there's a lot of historical references that I suppose anyone who went to school in the UK would understand easily, like Wat Tyler, Rob Roy, the parody they do of The Spinning Jenny, etc. Of course, I did not go to school in the UK, so I always feel smart when I do understand them. The lyrics to the theme music, which in itself is already pretty darn catchy. They change every episode and they're always hilarious. Baldrick, need I say more?
I am as stupid as I look, sir. But if I can help, I will.
Oh, and we can't forget the catchphrase.
I have a cunning plan.
And of course, my personal favorite line.
Baldrick, I would advise you to make the explanation you were about to give phenomenally good.
You said get the door.
Not good enough, you're fired.
Okay, this video is partly just an excuse for me to nerd out about Blackadder, okay? Thing is, it's pretty complete. There's nothing to expand on. I mean, they could do more Blackadders in different time periods. In fact, where would you want to see Blackadder? Let me know down below. I want to see. But that probably isn't gonna happen. But there's not really an expanded universe. And I love expanded universes. But here, there's nothing to theorize on. Or is there? See, there is a sketch called A Little Rewrite. It stars Hugh Laurie as William Shakespeare and Rowan Atkinson as an unnamed editor. The whole sketch is about them trying to rewrite, hence the title, and to trim the to be or not to be speech. I'm sure you've heard of it.
How to begin that speech?
To be.
Come on, Bill.
To be a victim of all life's earthly woes, or not to be a coward and take death by his proffered hand.
There, now, I'm sure we can get that down.
No, absolutely not. It's perfect.
How about to be a victim or not to be a coward?
It doesn't make sense, does it? To be a victim of what? To be a coward about what?
Okay. Take out victim, take out coward. Just start to be or not to be.
You can't say that. It's gibberish.
But it's short, William. It's short. Listen, it flows. To be or not to be, that is the question.
You're damn right it's the question. I don't have any bloody idea what he's talking about.
Atkinson's character is very Blackadder-like, so unsurprisingly, when people saw it, they thought he was a Blackadder. And I think he is. In fact, I think he's closely related to one of the Blackadders we've already met. Hear me out. I believe this editor guy is in fact Edmund Blackadder's father. That is Blackadder from season 2. Now I know what you're thinking, because I'm psychic. You're thinking, I advise you to make the explanation you are about to give phenomenally good. Well, in season 2, episode 4, we see the following scene. Percy asks, couldn't you just dip into the family fortune? Edmund answers, there isn't one. My father blew it all on wine, women, and amateur dramatics. In the end, he was eking out a living doing humorous impressions of Anne of Cleves. Amateur dramatics, eh? Would the Lord Chamberlain's Men, the company that Shakespeare belonged to, count as amateur? I think so, especially in the early days. So I believe that Blackadder's father was in fact part of the same company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men. And in any case, keep in mind that Edmund, the son and lead character of season 2, was not a fan of actors. This is shown with lines like, you would laugh at a Shakespeare comedy. The designation that he uses, stupid actors, and the fact that he makes fun of people who do impressions, like Prince Ludwig.
We are proud of our comic serving wench voice, aren't we? Just because we can say "sir" instead of "sir," a sense that all social gatherings, the tedious little turd who keeps putting on amusing voices. What else have you got in your astoundingly inventive repertoire, I wonder? A brilliant drunk Glaswegian, no doubt.
It even seems to be a thing that he passed on to his descendants. Case in point, the entire season 3 episode Sense and Senility, in which making fun of actors is all he does.
Lead on, Macduff.
I shall. Lest you continue in your quotation and mention the name of the Scottish play.
Oh, never fear, I shan't do that.
By the Scottish play, I assume you mean Macbeth.
Potato off the stores, but we make amends.
What was that?
We were exorcising evil spirits. Being but a mere butler, you will not know the great theatre tradition that one does never speak the name of the Scottish play.
What, Macbeth?
Hot potato off the stores, but we make amends.
Good Lord, you mean you have to do that every time I say Macbeth?
Hot potato off the stores, but we make amends.
So it looks like it's very possible that this unnamed editor guy is in fact secretly Edmund Blackadder's father. There is, however, a small problem. Both Richard Curtis, who wrote both Blackadder and the sketch, and Atkinson himself have confirmed that the sketch is not intended to be a Blackadder thing. So they did not mean for this guy to even be related to the Blackadders, let alone being his father. But not to fear, for I have a cunning plan. Because the key word is intended. Meaning even if they didn't intend for it, it doesn't necessarily mean there isn't a connection. I mean, for example, I think it's safe to say that no one intended for the Pixar films to be connected. But the Pixar theory is still very much a thing. So yeah, sorry, but I'm not considering this a deal breaker. But there is a bigger problem, which is that Hamlet, you know, the play this sketch is all about, premiered in 1609. Season 2 of Blackadder takes place during the reign of Elizabeth I, who died in 1603. Meaning that unless Shakespeare worked on Hamlet with Blackie's father, and then left it untouched for years, this guy probably isn't Blackie's dad. Then again, this is also the show that introduced us to King Richard IV, so maybe I shouldn't be too worried about this. If you insist, well, maybe Edmund had a brother? I don't know. At this point, it's really more speculation than it is anything else, so I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Time for the YouTube thing. Comment, like, subscribe, etc. You know the drill, right? Thanks for watching.